Hey everyone, Patrick here, aka Clown, and today I have another leveling guide. This leveling guide will be in continuation of my previous one that went from 1 to 100. Today I will go from 101 to 180. Unfortunately, I don't have any in-game recording right now, as I can't really get into the game because the game's down for 2 days straight right now. But that's alright, we get to keep going. So, like I said today, 101 to 180. I will show you the best spots. They have fixed the party bug, whereas previously you could only have 6 people in a party, otherwise your XP gets ruined if you go above that. But now you can get back to 10 people, so that's good. I won't show you Oblivion Temple in this video, as I don't have it on the map here, which is kind of clumsy of me, I guess. But honestly, you're probably better off staying in Eldon anyway. So last video, we went through, we finished off in Mana Snowfields. And I would like to start with saying quests right now are the best way to level, unfortunately. Up until 160, where I will show you something different. But right now, repeatable quests definitely give that XP boost that you want. And it's definitely better, in my opinion, compared to anything else. So I would definitely recommend doing that. So we finished off last video by going to Mana Snowfields till 100. So in this video, I'm assuming you got to 100 and you got your second job quest. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter to me. Just get your second job quest once you're level 100. It will cost you like an hour of questing, maybe less. Depends on how fast you are. And it will cost you 200,000 Zuli as well. And some bit of Zuli of traveling. But 250k is what you will be paying once you get to level 100. Unfortunately, you will be poor for a while. There's nothing about it. I hope you made some money during the trophy quests. They have nerfed that money as well now. So if you got to 100, you made some money after trophy quest. That's great, because you're not going to get any in the coming at least 60 levels. And after that, you will be making a little bit more money. So once you get to 100, we're going back to Mana Snowfields. So remember last time I said the bears, right? Like right here. We're going to do that again. But this time, I don't recommend going bears once you're 100. This NPC right where this little red dot is, that's where you can get the quest. And I recommend you start killing penguins. So penguins, you have multiple areas. You have this area right here that has like weaker penguins, like the weakest ones in this map. But you can also, from this NPC, you can run all the way up here to this area. Where in this area, you also have a lot of penguins. But these ones are stronger, and some have ranged. Or most are actually ranged. So and it's also farther from the NPC. But still, because the whole idea right here still is, once you hit 100, you get the second job quest, you start killing penguins, and every time you killed them, so it doesn't matter whether you kill here or you kill here in this area, you always run back to the NPC once you finish that quest, go back and forth, until you hit 120. The reason why you hit 120 and not go beyond that is because at 120 you can go to the next planet, and there's nothing really any good in Luna past 120 anyway, that I would recommend at least, because at 120 you're going to get way better repeatable quests and definitely level way faster. So this 120 grind is kind of tough, it's busy, but with the parties fixed, it's a bit faster now, but it's still definitely something different, slower pace compared to all the other levels. So yeah, 100 to 120, stay here, use this NPC for the quests, and that's it. Once you get to 120, you have to do a quest, just like you did for going to Luna. And once you've done that quest, you can go to Eldon. So let's scroll down a bit. And once you get to Eldon, you start off by going to Sita Refuge. You will spawn here. Here's the guide interplanetary person. this is basically your home till 160. Just this map, the starting map. It's a great map, great quests. So there's 5 repeatable quests that I recommend, but 3 that most of you will be using, as the other 2 is a bit slower. You can do them all 5 at once, but there's just one good spot in this whole map that I would recommend it. And since it's kind of busy there, yeah, I recommend just staying with the 3 that I will talk about first. So the NPCs are all like right on the bottom, so the treetops don't really care about those because this is a huge tree. Start off by this NPC, forgot her name. Then you go to this NPC, forgot his name. And the last one is my name, Patrick. So that's easy to remember, Oscar Patrick. Those 3 NPCs that I marked on the map right here, those 3 will give you the Pollen quests. The Pollen quests are, you have to kill certain NPCs. Forgot their names, but they're very slow, like very, very slow. Easy to kill as well, even when you're low level. I do recommend killing them with a party and not solo, because otherwise they're too strong until you get to a higher level. So talk to those 3. If you haven't gotten any quests from them yet, all you have to do on your keyboard, because you have keyboard shortcuts, is press 131. 131, and every 3 of these NPCs will get you the Pollen quest immediately. So you don't even have to click through the whole dialogue, just press 131 on your keyboard, and you're good to go. Once you've done that, you get to either do the other quests, don't recommend them, so I'll just go over the Pollen first. You have multiple areas in the game. You have this huge area. You have like a mini area that you can go to, or you have a giant spot up here. Those 3 areas are where the NPCs are that you want to kill for Pollen. There are like multiple scattered around this path, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's just too few. And with a big party, these 3 spots are definitely the best. Once you're done, you can hand them in the quests. So you can just run all the way back here, or with these 2, you run here, repeat the quests, go back and forth, back and forth. At the first start, 120 to 140, I'm not even kidding, you will be like level 140 in like 3 hours maybe. I did 120 to 160 in a day, because these quests will give you 5 million XP per run, and at the start at 120 you only need, I think, 5 million per level, if not less. And these mobs of course will give you XP as well. The other good thing about these NPCs, they give you Valor points, which I will talk about shortly after we're done in this map. So that's good. Valor points and XP. Just no Zuli, so here you will still be poor, unfortunately. You can also, removing these things, you get also an option to talk to an NPC here, and an NPC, the same NPC as this one, the first quest, have the option to get the pincer quest, the pincer repeatable quest. This is a longer quest because pincers have a lesser chance to drop their claws, but they ask you to bring back their claws, and I think they're the same XP. So instead of 5 million XP, you're going to get like 7.5 million XP. But the thing what I recommend is there's only just one spot, honestly, where I recommend killing these, and that's right here, or even here. The reason why I recommend these 2 spots is because they have both Pollen monsters and the pincer claw monsters. Nothing else. So these 2 are really the best spots, but they're also the most busy spots. So if you don't want to bother with it, I just recommend going just for the Pollen. With the pincer spot, our rule of thumb was for every 3 times you've completed the Pollen quest, you get to complete 1 pincer quest. I wouldn't recommend staying there to like stay for both quests, because the pincer quest is like 3 times as slow as the Pollen quest. So if you're going for pincer claw and Pollen, do these 2 areas, and every 3 trips you can fill in one pincer quest, but it will also give you good XP and the Valor points. So do this till 160, or till you have enough to, here we go, buy the Valor set of 160. The reason why I recommend 160, it's just a bit stronger than 140, but it's also good up until like 220, level 220. So I definitely recommend just doing that, like farming those sets. And where you can buy the Valor gear, And why you want to buy the Valor gear is, first off, you buy the Valor gear in Junon. So you have to go back to Junon. It will cost you 40k back and forth. But right here, this area, it has the Valor weapon and armor shop. I recommend buying both of those, 160 or 155 for some levels. Buy those. I think it's around 4k points that you will need in total. But it gives you a lot of bonus PVM resistance and offense. So you're going to do like 40% more damage based off these armors. So that's why I would recommend going here. Buy these armors before we go to the next area, because the next area are stronger monsters. So I definitely recommend buying those Valor weapons and armors. It's pretty simple. It shows you every class that you need. For tanks, would recommend just the HP version, and basically for all other characters, I would recommend the critical rate and whatever the other one. I think critical rate and accuracy or something like that it is. And the weapon is attack speed and critical rate, I think. But those armors I would recommend buying. You also get some great set bonus as well. For example, for me, it's for 4 pieces, it's 10% strength, which is a lot for me. A lot of HP, a lot of attack power. So that's what I recommend once you hit level 160. Buy those armors before we go to the next area. Or farm until you get the Valor points. So you might be like level 162 before you go to the next area. But I would definitely recommend buying those things first. So at 160, you have an option to go to Oblivion Temple. But the issue right there is the fact that I don't have the map, so I can't really show you. It's Oblivion Temple B3. Good monsters, good loot. Some kings there. Wouldn't recommend killing the kings. They're too strong. But you can go there as well. At 160 to 180. 180 again. Because otherwise you're going to go to the next area. The last area for now. Which is Orlo. But since we stay in Eldon till 180, we're going to go to Sequi Ruins. So it's a long walk. So as you can see here, you have to walk all the way like this, all the way here. And then once you got here, you got to walk all the way here. You can go over this and basically get to Ruins right there. It's a long walk. And the worst part about this map right here, it's a PvP map. So if there are malicious people out there killing you, that's unfortunate. I currently cannot defend all of you because there's a lot of people watching. Right now, no one attacked me yet. I'm living there since I'm 167. I'm not 180 yet. Some of my clanmates are above 200, but I haven't partied with them because I also have work and I'm kind of sick as well. So I haven't played a lot. But yeah, the next area is just a PvP map. But the best part about this area, honestly, is all the spawns that you get here are basically just, you can sit there and the mobs will come to you instead of you having to drag them, because in the previous areas you have to like single target. This is just all AoE, which is good, especially since the parties have been fixed a bit. So you start off with spiders or panthers, or that's the only thing you kill. Right here, right here, here, and here. These 4 spots are the best spider spots to kill. Best spawns. There are, in these 2 spots, there are the bigger spiders, but they're easy to kill. And these other 2 spots, just hyper spawns of spiders. Lots of spiders, they come to you. You don't have to track them. At the start, it seems like there are no spiders at all. But once you're there for like 5 minutes, suddenly 40 spiders appear out of nowhere. And it's really good XP to 180. You don't have to move at all. It will still cost you 1 day from 160 to 180. So make sure you know that. There's no quest here, so that's great. I hate the quests, but they're just the best right now. But you can also kill the panthers, which I believe are in this area. Yeah, they're in that area. Somewhere around this area right here, there's all panthers. But I think this big spot is 2 spots in one. You have to drag them, so you have to walk to the panthers, drag them into your AoE range. But if you have a strong party, I recommend leveling here if it's not taken. You can take it by force, but you will just cause a war there. I wouldn't recommend doing that yet unless you have really strong clanmates. But this area, just great spawns as well. If you go further down the line, you have some good spots, but unfortunately there are also Panthers kings there, and I wouldn't recommend killing kings just yet. They're really good. They have good drops, like they can drop epics, they can drop the best weapon in game, but it costs way more effort to kill them, and it's just not worth the XP in my opinion, just to kill a king for that and hopefully get lucky. It's just the odds aren't that great. So these spots is basically where you can level at. But if you get PK'd, you can also level, and then we just remove this, in Sequi Underground Prison. So instead of walking here, you walk right, like basically you can just take a shortcut and just go there. Sequi Underground Prison, it's underground, is this little area. It used to be better, in my opinion. It used to be way better. I think this is also an old picture, by the way, but who cares? It's almost the same, right? You're going to stay confined to this area. You can go further, but what used to be good about this area is there used to be hyper spawns. There used to be, just like the Sequi Ruins, if you killed more mobs, more would spawn, like multiple would spawn instead of just like one at the same spot. But I think that has been patched. And another weird bug, and I hopefully Rednim can fix that in the future, especially if you guys get to this level, is you have ranged mobs. And the annoying thing about ranged mob is back in the day, I used to like level here, here, or like here. And the ranged mobs couldn't get in the walls. But nowadays, somehow, you have invisible ranged mobs killing you, and they attack you from within the walls, like these walls. So the only good spot is here. But these range mob deal mage damage, I think, and they're just very annoying to kill. So this is like a last resort option. You get some money here, just like in Ruins. It's just good money compared to all the other maps. In mats, you don't get Zuli drops still, but it's good. But it's just as a last resort. I do recommend just staying in Ruins if you can. So this area, otherwise you're just gonna get annoyed here. So hopefully you can get good parties. And once you get from 1 to 180, you do the quest. There's a whole quest to do it. It's a long quest. I'm not gonna go through the quest yet because I haven't done it. And if I put it on YouTube right now, I just shoot myself in the foot. So I will wait for that. And that's basically it. I will stop at 180 because I think this is a decent grind still. You won't get there very fast. And once you get to 180, you get to a whole new planet. And the whole new planet is basically 2 areas that you will farm at. So it's not a long video, but I haven't been there yet, so I can't really show you yet, as I don't have the knowledge as to where exactly the NPCs are on the map. I don't know that they're there, but I don't want to ruin my own chances right now. So yeah, that was kind of it for now, till 180. I hope for you guys, if you got to this level or you're close to that, this will somehow help. That's some spots you haven't thought about yet. And I know it seems weird that I skipped 2 maps, but trust me, these 2 maps in Eldon aren't that great. So once 180, you go to Orlo, and I think next week I will have a video on that, of course. For now, thank you again for watching this video. Like I said, it's not the best quality as previous, but I hope you still enjoyed it. It's a long video, a lot of talking again, no real visuals except the maps, and me drawing some red arrows and red lines. But hopefully this still helped with the gear, the Valor gear, and just know that once you get to 180 and you're in Orlo, you're getting more Valor points there to farm per quest. So that's why I recommend the 160 armor as well. But you can still use it up all the way to the end, basically. It's just that good, and you can just refine it up a bit. Next video is going to be my champion, shorter guide, I guess. I have enough points to put most of my passive tree. I am 167, like I said. And after that, I can go through every skill tree because all my clanmates are basically have the second job quest and are like 160 plus. Some are 200. So I'll just go over that. If you still have some questions, just ask me. I always respond, or try to respond at least. I know I haven't been that responsive, but that's just because I've been playing whenever I could, and otherwise I was just working. and hopefully you guys enjoy. If you want any other videos that I haven't mentioned yet or thought about yet, just leave it down in the comments or just message me on Discord, for example. And I love everyone's response so far. I have been enjoying the game a lot, and hopefully you have been enjoying it too. It's been a great experience. I met a lot of you guys watching my videos in the game, and you guys all told me how great my videos were. So I do appreciate it. I try to keep the content updated, and hopefully this helped as well. And that was basically it. See you guys in the next video, and have a Merry Christmas.